roller bag lunch combos. I'm obsessed with the jeans. How I make my daily matcha. What sunglasses do I want to wear today? It's that color, you guys. Add little keychains on it. I made it so good today, you guys. Oh my gosh. Whenever I wear this highlighter, I genuinely always get a compliment. Do I look like George Washington or what? I know I look a little bit crazy starting out the vlog like this, but we are going into my current favorites, and I thought what better way to do this than to show you guys me straight out of bed going into my getting ready routine for the day. I'm gonna be pointing out to you guys like my ride or die favorites right now. One of them currently being this Heatless hair curler. Yes, I look crazy. Yes, I look like George Washington, but when I wake up in the morning, I still look crazy. I look like Medusa right now, but give it a second. I swear it's not gonna look like this in the end. This is just kind of like how it starts to look like in the beginning, and then it's gonna like fall out throughout the day. But this Heatless hair curler is literally the only thing I use to style my hair. If I don't, oh, I got a little kink right here. If I don't put my hair in a Heatless curler the night before, I just already know I'm not gonna have a good hair day. Really all it is this rod, some little silk scrunchies, and then a little clip. You can get these at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Amazon, really anywhere. I know a lot of people also, instead of like buying a rod like this, they use like a robe belt, or they use like socks as well, but I've always just liked using this one because it's kind of like soft. And I know people are like, isn't that so uncomfortable to sleep in? And honestly, it like kind of is, but I think I've just gotten used to it, and the payoff is honestly worth it. Also, my one big tip for using a heatless curler is to use it on like freshly washed hair and put it in when your hair is like almost dry, but it's like still barely damp. I've tried doing heatless curls when my hair like has been completely dry and I haven't washed it in a day or two, and it just literally doesn't work. My hair always falls out, so I always have to do it on a hair wash day. I won't brush it out because it's gonna fall a little bit throughout the day, but here's a little close-up of how the curls are looking. And honestly, like, look at how easy that is. It literally took me, what, 5 seconds to do my hair in the morning because all I had to do was take out the rod. Literally, this thing has changed my life, and I cannot remember the last time I actually applied heat to my hair. Okay, next I'm just pinning my hair back. Before we get into actually applying makeup on our face, we gotta do a little bit of skincare. I already put on my moisturizer this morning when I like washed my face and stuff, but we're gonna go in with some sunscreen. This sunscreen is my all-time favorite sunscreen. It is the Summer Fridays one. I really like it because, one, it does not smell whatsoever, and two, it doesn't really give me a white cast under. I mean, obviously you can see it there, but after it blends out, it just blends into the skin super well. And it has SPF 30. And then as one last thing for my skincare, I guess this isn't really skincare, this is kind of part of my makeup routine. I just really like adding these Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Hue Dewdrops, but this is in the shade Sun Glow, so it has like a bronze tint to it. I'll show you guys. So as you can see, it's bronze and tinted like that, and I kind of just like it to add a little bit of bronze to my face. So this has honestly been my favorite recently, and I only have a mini version, but I really want to get like a full-size version because I'm gonna be using this every day in summer. I will say I'm a very minimal makeup type of girl. The first thing I'll do is I will go in with blush. I wanted to show you guys a couple of my favorite blush combos so far because I've personally really been loving mixing blushes together. This one I've been using for the past few months, kind of more during like the winter time, but I also just realized I really like these shades of blush on me and on my skin tone. So the first blush, and honestly this is like probably my all-time favorite blush right now in this specific shade. It is the REM Beauty blush stick in the shade Gingerbread Kiss. It's honestly from like a little Christmas kit that they had, I think about 2 years ago. This is what this shade looks like, but I'm sure they have a shade that's similar in like their everyday like core collection. It honestly really reminds me of the like Rhode blush stick. I don't have the Rhode one, but when I was on vacation with my friend Jessie, she had the Rhode stick, and I think it was called Date Cake, and honestly, the colors were low-key the exact same. Like, we swatched them like on my hand side by side and it looked identical. So maybe if you're looking for an alternative to the Rhode blush stick, I would highly recommend the REM Beauty blush stick. I need to find my blush brush. Here she is. I use the Rare Beauty one. I love this one. But I also will say, I think my favorite blush stick is probably this Kabuki stick from BLK. One, because it's really nice to travel with because it kind of comes in its own case like that. And I know this probably isn't meant for blush, but I just think it blends blush in really well, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. But first, I'll use the Rare Beauty one to kind of initially blend it out. So here's what it initially looks like. And then I was telling you guys, I do like to mix blushes just for like fun, and so I can use more. I do have a lot of blushes, so I like to mix them so that I can use them a lot more often. So the two blushes that I like to mix this REM Beauty blush with specifically is the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Believe. Here's like a color comparison between the two. As you can see, they're like very similar colors, but I kind of like mixing the different textures of blushes. Like, this one is a cream blush and then this one is a liquid one. Or I'll add in this other Rare Beauty cream blush in the shade Nearly Neutral. You can see that I really like it because I've definitely hit pan on it. And again, here's kind of like a color comparison between the two. Obviously they're very similar, but again, I kind of just like mixing the different ones. So I think I'm gonna use this one today. Okay, there we go. And looking at it in the mirror, I think it's pretty blended out, but I honestly always like to go in with my BLK brush and kind of just blend it out a little bit more. I just feel like this one does a really good job of like blending it to my liking. So a little recap, honestly, if I could just choose two things from what I just showed you, it would be this BLK brush and this REM Beauty blush stick. These are my ride or dies. Not to say Rare Beauty isn't my ride or die, but I've honestly just been loving this REM Beauty one so much lately. And speaking of Rare Beauty, I wanted to show you guys a couple of the other blush combos that I've been liking lately, which all involve a Rare Beauty blush in some form or fashion. First off, I've been loving these two blushes for a more like peachy, summery look. So this one is pretty old. I don't even think they sell this one anymore, but it is one of my all-time favorites. It is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. And I love it because it actually smells like peach. I don't know how it's kept its smell all these years, but I'm obsessed. So here's the shade of that. And then I do really like to mix it with Rare Beauty's creamy bouncy blush. It's so good, you guys. And this one is in the shade Happy. So I really like to mix these two together because I feel like the powder kind of mattifies the creamy blush. And then one last blush combo that I was actually using for the longest time last summer. This blush combo is a little bit different than the previous ones that I've shown because these two blushes are starkly different, whereas the other ones were kind of more similar in color pattern. But first I have the Rare Beauty blush in Hope, and then I really like to combo it with a more like brown, darker shade of blush. This is the Glossier Paint Cloud in the shade Rise. I don't know what it is about this color combo, you guys, but I feel like it just looks so good on my like tanner skin. So I've also really liked using this combo in the summer. I've used it before, like in other like vlogs, get ready with me's, you'll probably have seen this. Okay, that's enough talk about blush. I really just am a blush girl through and through. Next, I'm just gonna go in with this Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. This also has to be one of my current favorites because I kid you not, okay, already look at that, but I kid you not, whenever I wear this highlighter, I genuinely always get a compliment, always, without a doubt. Like, it really just starts conversations. It really like brings attention to yourself, makes you look pretty. I genuinely cannot remember a time where I wore this blush and I didn't get a compliment. And I'm a words of affirmation girl, so I love getting compliments, and so I will wear this blush every day. Also, like, I feel like it speaks for itself. Look at that. Also, was I calling this blush? I feel like I might have been calling this blush because I've been talking about blush in the previous clip for so long. But this is indeed a highlighter. Okay, anyways, I feel like people don't love highlighter as much these days, but like honestly, highlighter has never left the chat for me. Okay, and honestly, now we're on to my last step because really all I do is blush, highlighter, and a mascara. But I need to show you guys my current mascara routine. So these are the three things that you need: an eyelash curler, an eyelash primer. This is the one I use that really works. It's from Amazon. It's like a Korean one. And then I've also been loving a brown mascara recently. This one is from Tower 28, and I specifically use this one because of the thin brush. Thinner brushes like this are so much better for those like straight Asian lashes. Also, key tip, before you curl your eyelashes, heat up your eyelash curler with a hair dryer. I'm about to go do that right now. Okay, so I just heated up my eyelash curler with my hair dryer, and my sister actually taught me this. It makes a lot of sense because when you use a hot tool on your hair, it's obviously hot and warm, and that's what makes your hair really stay in a curl. So why not apply the same logic to an eyelash curler, you know? If I don't heat up my eyelash curler before I curl my lashes honestly don't stay whatsoever. So that's a little tip for you guys. And then you can see this is what my lashes look like. And to make them really stay, you got to use this eyelash primer. This is really genuinely the only thing that works for me, and I've been using it for years now. I just get mine from Amazon. I can link it down below for you guys if you want. And then you have to let it sit for like about, I don't know, like 20 to 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28 brown mascara. And I've been specifically liking a brown mascara recently because it's not as harsh as a black mascara, and I feel like it looks a little more natural and like a little softer on the face and on your features. Because also I feel like it matches like my natural hair better, because obviously I have dark hair, but I feel like it's not black, it's more of like a really dark brown. So I just kind of make my lashes match the same shade. Okay, and that's the finished look of what my lashes with the brown mascara look like. And then one last thing to top off the makeup look for today, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite lip combo right now. So my favorite lip combo as of recently has been this lip liner from BLK in the shade Sundown. I actually don't think they sell this anymore, unfortunately. My mom got me this from the Philippines, I think last year, and I've checked on their website to try to reorder it because I'm almost out of it, you guys. But I'm gonna have to find like a shade dupe for this because this is literally my favorite. And then I pair it with the Summer Fridays lip oil in the shade Warm Beige. Again, just like a nude warm brown color. I just have to go off and like rave about this lip oil, you guys, because I have tried a lot of different lip oils from different brands, and this one is by far my personal favorite because it is not sticky at all and it gives you such a good color on your lips. So let me demonstrate for you guys. So first I'm gonna go in with the BLK lip liner, and honestly I love lip liners that don't require like sharpening and that are a lot more smoother and maybe more of like a crayon like texture, I guess. I've also tried like the Patrick Tall one. I do really like that one as well because it has a similar texture to this one. And then just gonna go in with the Summer Fridays lip oil. And also what makes this my favorite lip oil slash also one of my favorite lip products ever is the applicator, the doe foot like thick applicator. Feels so good on the lips. Also, I feel like this lip oil is actually kind of hydrating for your lips. Like, I feel like usually I'll have to do like a lip balm and then a lip oil, but for this one I feel like I can just wear the lip oil on its own. Okay, and that is the lip. Cute, right? All right, so that is pretty much it for my makeup and hair and everything getting ready. But now I want to show you guys my current like favorite staple outfit. Welcome to my closet. It is time to pick out an outfit for today. And one of the favorites I wanted to show you guys was my jeans, because I've recently discovered I am switching over to a new jean style type lately. I used to be a high-waisted jean girly literally forever since I can remember, but lately I've really been loving a mid-rise jean on me. I can't do low-rise. Low-rise is a little too much for me, but a mid-rise jean is a good in-between between high-waisted and low-rise. I think the ones I want to wear today are these new ones I recently got from White Fox. They're just in this like light wash color and they're so freaking cute. I'll show you guys what it looks like on, but I want to show you guys a couple other ones that I really love as well. We have these ones from Addicted. I actually included this on my last Addicted haul that I did if you want to check that out, but I'm also obsessed with these ones. We have another pair of White Fox ones. Honestly, I've been really loving White Fox jeans, and these ones are especially cute because it has this little White Fox logo on the butt, on the pocket. And then last pair of like mid-rise jeans that I have are these thrifted Levi's. So yeah, just been loving a mid-rise because honestly high-waisted jeans for me now are really uncomfortable. I don't know why. So like a mid-rise jean just fits a lot more comfortably on my body type right now, so that's what I've been loving. Okay, so I just need to find a top to pair with these jeans. Honestly, I don't have like a favorite top right now or anything, so I'm just gonna pick a regular schmegular one. Okay, low-key I'm gonna go with my Skims LA tee. If you watch my LA vlog, you'll see that I had gone to the Skims diner pop-up when their new store opened. It was so cute. And then my best friend Katrina, she actually went to the actual like Skims influencer event and she got this shirt from there and she like so graciously gave it to me. So I think this is gonna be the fit for today. So let's change. I'll be right back. Okay, now here is the full fit. This is what the jeans look like on me, and I kind of want to show you guys what I mean by like the mid-rise fit that I really like. It's like my hips are right here, and I like for it to like hit my belly button, but like the top parts right here kind of like, it kind of makes like a, how do you describe this? Like a curve right here. Like it kind of goes lower on my belly button, but on the sides it's higher on my hips. I don't know. I really like the style. I like how baggy they are. They are a bit long on me, so I have to cuff them at the bottom. But let me go this way so I can give you guys a better full body look. I'm obsessed with the jeans. These are new to me. I just got them in the mail like, I think like a week or two ago, and I've been wearing them nonstop. Another favorite that I also just got in the mail like a week or two ago is this new Baggu bowler bag right here. This is where I keep my purse that I'm currently using. I just have it hanging on a little hook right here, right next to my closet. And you guys, this Baggu bowler bag just came out and I am beyond obsessed with it. It is the most perfect bag I have ever owned. Just look at the shoulder strap length, like are you kidding? And then the fact that you can add little keychains on it to decorate it and personalize it is just, it's just everything, and it fits so much. Like I barely have anything in here. I did do a TikTok, I'll probably upload it on YouTube Shorts too, but of me unboxing this bag, and then I also got it in a different size and color, so check that out if you want a little bit more details. But another favorite that I've been wanting to show you guys is this bag, along with my method for packing my bag every day. So I'm the type of girl who switches the purse that I use quite often because I try to match it to my outfit, and so it gets really hard like having to switch things between purses. But what I've done to make it easier is I have this little pouch right here, kind of like right next to my bag hook, and this contains like any extra things that I usually like to carry in my bag that might not be in my current bag, because I feel like depending on the bag it'll determine the contents that I can put in it because of like how big the bag is and like how much I want to take that day, and even if I need some of the items. So to make it really easy, I just have one pouch where I keep everything that I could ever need in my purse, and whenever I'm like packing my bag for the day, I'll just sift through this pouch and see like, oh, what sunglasses do I want to wear today? What lip balm do I want to throw in my bag today? Do I need a bigger hand sanitizer bottle? Do I want my Touchland hand sanitizer instead of like a regular hand sanitizer? You know, like all the different things. Oh, I even have, wait, oh my gosh, wait, I kind of forgot about these lip liners because they've been in here. The REM Beauty and the Patrick Ta lip liners. These shades are actually really similar to the BLK one that I showed you guys and that I'm wearing right now, which is why I bought them. So if you guys are looking for a similar shade, would recommend these. This is REM Beauty in the shade Ad Libs, and then the Patrick Ta one is in the shade She's Strong. I'm obsessed with both of those. Honestly, I'm gonna throw in the REM Beauty one in my bag because I feel like I haven't used it in a while. I kind of forgot it was there. And yeah, so like it just makes it really easy and convenient for you to figure out, you know, all the purse essentials that you need, especially as a girl who is switching out her bag a ton. And then I'll usually go through like the current bag and see if there's anything I want to like take out. Like for example, I think I'm gonna not wear these sunglasses and then wear these ones instead, so I'll toss these in here. You guys get the gist. It's nothing like revolutionary, but I actually just saw a TikTok blow up with like the same concept, and I was like, oh my gosh, I do that too. So I just wanted to share with you guys in case you needed an easier way to switch out your bags really often. So now that we're basically ready for the day and like ready to head out, there's one more thing that we have to do. I need to show you guys how I make my daily matcha. Someone actually commented on, I think my last video, how I make my daily matcha. So of course I needed to show you guys in my little favorites video because it is my favorite thing to make a matcha every day. I literally wake up and I look forward to it. So first off, let me start by telling you guys what my favorite matchas as of right now are. Currently, I'm almost done with this matcha.com First Harvest matcha powder. You can see it's literally almost empty. I barely have any left. So I'm gonna open a new matcha tin today, but this brand honestly has really good matcha powders. They've sent me a couple of their different types of matcha and I've liked them all. I've tried the First Harvest and then also the Tenchi organic one. I also know that they do like 80 gram like big tins of matcha for a pretty fair price. So I would definitely go check them out if you're looking for a good matcha powder. And then also I do have a discount code with them, Jada10. I'll put it on the screen right here in case you want to get 10% off your order. But this one, I'm literally almost done, so I'm gonna go ahead and open a new one. And this is the infamous Nami Yame First Harvest matcha. And I actually went to the Nami pop-up and got this there, and that's where I actually tried it for the first time, and it's so good. So we're gonna open a brand new tin today, which I'm so excited about. And then as for like the matcha bowl and everything I use, I definitely do use the Nami matcha. I am a big fan. I'm obsessed with the bowl, obsessed with the whisk holder. The butter yellow color is literally everything. Also, this bowl, you guys, is huge. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I'm gonna open it in the bowl so I don't waste any matcha. Actually, didn't even really spill any excess that much, which is great. But here is what the color looks like. It is a beautiful, vibrant green color. What you always want in a good matcha powder. Okay, so here's when I'm actually showing you how I'm gonna make the matcha. So first, we're gonna take some matcha. I do a good amount, okay? So here's a teaspoon. I don't know what the measurements are, to be honest, but I'm gonna do one of those, sift it in. Then I'm gonna do about another teaspoon, I think. I don't really know what the measurements are, but honestly, I like my matcha really matcha-y, so I honestly go in with like 3. I use a lot of matcha, you guys. This is basically the amount of matcha that's in my bowl. Pretty good amount. And then I do like to cold whisk my matcha. I know that's a little bit controversial, but I like my matcha pretty creamy, so I do like to cold whisk it. But I cold whisk it with a nut milk. So currently I'm using a macadamia milk because I feel like nut milks are definitely more watery and like thinner than like an oat milk or any like thicker kind of milk. So I will cold whisk it with a nut milk. So this is what it looks like after I poured in my nut milk. And then I'm also gonna mix it, kind of like how I've been mixing my blushes lately. I've been mixing my milks. So then I'll also go in with an oat milk, which is my favorite milk of choice. Wow, honestly, wait, look at that color of the Yame matcha. That's insane. Anyways, okay, so let me mix in a little bit of oat milk as well, just to make it a little more creamy. And then you just take your little whisk. Oh crap, wait, I forgot one of the most important parts. So actually, before you whisk your matcha, you're supposed to like cool it. You're supposed to soak it in like some hot water. I totally forgot. Okay, anyways, let's do that first. Okay, I just heated up some water, so I'm gonna put it in a little mug, and then I'm gonna let the whisk soak in it. This is my Linda the Good Witch mug. Okay, now that the whisk has been soaked for a little bit, we're gonna take it into the matcha bowl, and then I kind of like to do this first to kind of like sift through the matcha powder, and then you start going in a back and forth W motion, as people say. And then honestly, a lot of the time there will be like matcha on the side of the bowl, that as you can see there, so I kind of just take my whisk and kind of, I don't know, get it off the walls of the bowl and into the actual liquid. This color is looking so good. Here is what it's looking like after I whisked it up. You can see it's pretty foamy on the top. Again, I do cold whisk my matcha, which isn't like super traditional, but it's just the way I like to do it. And then you're gonna take a cup, put some ice in it. Got my ice, and then the best sweetener for a matcha by a long shot is maple syrup. And I was a skeptic of maple syrup as a sweetener for the longest time because I was like, I feel like it's just gonna taste like pancakes or just like straight up maple syrup, but it truly does not. I will pour the maple syrup over the ice first. Oh shoot, I got it on the cup. Ugh. So I'll pour a little bit of maple syrup over the ice first, like so. And you don't need too much, you really don't. And as I was saying, I was really skeptic of maple syrup before because I just felt like the taste of the maple syrup was gonna be so overpowering, but I don't know how. It just really complements the matcha so well, and I don't taste the maple syrup at all. It just makes it sweeter. I really don't know this. Oh, sorry. I was gonna do like a really satisfying pour, but then I just kept talking. But I was gonna say, I really don't know what the science behind the maple syrup sweetener and the matcha is, but it's just perfect. Trust me, just try it. Anyways, here we go. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that color, you guys. Oh, that's gorgeous. Cheers. Little taste test. Stop. I'm sorry, I'm not even exaggerating, but I made it so good today, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then this is my first time using the yame at home. I haven't opened it since I bought this at the pop-up, so oh my gosh, it's so good. Definitely a really good daily matcha. All right, you guys, I've got my purse, I've got my matcha. I have purse. You guys know that sound. I got my purse, I got my matcha, I got my fit on. We're ready to take on the day, and I'm just gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for coming along and getting ready with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my recent favorites and everything that I've been using in my everyday life recently. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of all I got to say. Anyways, I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.